So I'm just laying here, kind of recharging myself because I'm about to do a healing ritual that I'm going to estimate probably over 800 people are going to benefit from. So this will be nice. Okay. But what I wanted to come and talk about is social media. Oh, God. I love social media, but then again, I don't, you know? And we're going to do some amazing healing. By the way, if you're in my circle or if you are a client, you guys are going to get a private video of that ritual, like a little snippet of it. Okay. Otherwise, you know, anyway, you guys will get that video. It'll be later on in the witching hour once I'm done. Today is going to be the perfect day for healing ritual. And y'all know how I am, you know. So we're gonna be doing that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about social media and how so lovely it is. Like later on tonight, I have like an entire watch later list of things that I have put in my list from over the weekend that I have not been able to watch because I've been so busy. Like there's a couple of videos by Google Foods I want to watch. Of course, Emmy's new video, I'll be watching that. There's this family vlogger on here. I can't remember their names, but there's this family vlogger on here, this young couple. And so there's like quite a few videos uh, that I've got in my watch later list that I'll be able to enjoy later after I'm done and done doing work. Okay. So I won't be here long. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about social media. Oh my God. It don't, those two words don't even sound right together, to be honest with you. Social media. Yeah. I'll be looking at some of y'all Generation Zers. And then I can't remember the generation that's underneath Generation Z. But I'll be proud of y'all because y'all are very similar to Gen X because we had a life. We did, man. The Generation Xers, man, we knew how it felt to go to haunted houses, go to the movies, just have real, genuine friendships. Social media, oh God, it's got its good points. It definitely has more good points than bad points, in my opinion. But the one thing I can tell you about social media, and I have a tendency to disconnect. I know how to disconnect from negative energies. Knowing how to do that is so precious and valuable because I mean, one thing I can tell you, especially if you're a left hand pather, people don't realize that there are more people on the left hand path than they know. And it would probably shock them to know how many people are actually on the left hand path. And basically, what is the left hand path? I think that everybody has their own way of defining it. depending on your experiences that you've had in life. So, for example, if you're a person that went through religious or political abuse, you may have a difference of opinion of it. Or, or a person that was, I don't know, a free thinker is gonna have a different opinion because, a person just going the pagan way does not necessarily mean that they're a free thinker, because free thinkers pretty much, they have made up their minds. They are very creative. And as long as they're not impeding on anybody else, it's all good. I am a person that thinks with logic, and I see things that other people don't see. Okay. And I'm a firm believer that you can get along in this world without taking away from someone else. I truly believe that. Okay. Um, but a person that's pagan doesn't necessarily believe that. You know what I mean? And then maybe even a left hand pather doesn't believe that. So there's a lot of people with very diverse views. But what I wanted to say to the left hand pathers is that you don't have to discuss your religious beliefs with people. You don't. You don't have to discuss how you really feel. And I think that there's a lot of people that believe that they do. But in reality, you don't have to. Like your religious beliefs, like how you feel spiritually, those are things that you're not bound to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You're not bound to talk about those things. You can talk you know what you can do? If somebody asks you, like, okay, so okay, let's talk about politics for a minute. Y'all notice how at the voting booths, I haven't been to a voting booth in years. I have not voted in years, y'all. Okay. But the last time I did vote, which I think the last time I voted was when we voted for Clinton. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the year of the election. But the last time I was there, the voters' booths are private. Like people can't see who you're voting for. You know why? Because you don't have to discuss it with them. There are like this last election, the reason why it was so difficult, which is why my spirits opened up our Yule circle early, because there was so much negativity surrounding this recent election. And I'm talking about hate. It was awful. It was, oh my God, it was awful. This last election sucked. Oh God. And it is like, hey, is it really that deep? It was real, like, it was so intense. I, I I just couldn't do nothing but shake my head. And I have to remind myself of some very important things, and I'm not going to discuss right now. But yeah, I said, damn, people was threatening each other over who they was planning on voting for. It was terrible. So it's the same thing when it comes to religion. It's absolutely ridiculous the way people are about religion and spirituality. Goodness gracious. It's terrible. You don't have to discuss those things with people. I tell people that all the time. I let people know that all the time. Like I have to remind them, those things are your personal business. It's for you to know and for them to stop trying to find out. Because what they are doing is they are searching for someone that whose beliefs matches theirs because they're codependent, right? I'm not talking about all people, because there are some people you can sit down and you can have a healthy religious debate with, and it be a good conversation. It don't be like, they be like wishing death on you and shit. Like, what's up with that? Like that part right there is the mistake. Or if you discuss something with somebody politically, why does it have to be so heavy to some people? They just be in their feelings. And like, for example, like, I didn't even really discuss the election with anybody that I knew personally. I didn't, just because I'm like, I'm not about to get into it with my people that I love. No, no. Even if you got mad at me during that time, I love you. And I'm not, no, no, we not gonna fall out over those people. No, we not, mm-mm. We're not gonna do it. I respect your beliefs and you respect mine. And you know what? We don't even have to know each other's beliefs. All I know is that I love your ass. And see, that's why everybody want to be my best friend, though. They be like, I want to be friends with Jamila. For it's people right now that want to be friends with me bad. They like, I'm mad. This bitch won't be my friend. Like, they want me to be their friend, y'all. They do. They want me to be their friend bad. Because when you are like that, it's life is easier and breezier. Like, you just kind of get through it easily, and you feel good in your heart chakra. Like, your heart ain't all heavy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got, man, come on, man. And them people that be running them elections and stuff, they be knowing y'all fighting. They love that chaos. Don't do it. It's people that man, life is too precious. People be dying because of that. It be so stressful. I think I'm gonna do that tonight too, y'all. I meant to watch American Horror Story Election, and I'm gonna binge watch it tonight if my son allows me to, because he may have something he want to watch or whatever. No, what, actually, he'll probably just play on my phone. So I think I'm gonna binge watch that and do like a review like 5 years later, because that election, I think it came out like 4 years ago. So that's the only American Horror Story that I haven't watched besides what's the name of that one? Oh man, what was the name of that newest Delicate? I didn't watch Delicate all the way through. Like, I watched a few episodes, and then I was just kind of like, what in the world? But it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty entertaining from what I did watch. But I want to see Election, because I want to see what the deal was with that. Then I'll come back and do a review. Anyway, yeah, man, social media, it's not safe to discuss your religious beliefs in social media. And unless you're like me, which I'm the fortunate person that gets to come out here and say what other people want to say, but they may be too afraid to say it, because I'm not afraid to say it. Y'all need to go sub to Black Witch Yaya. Oh my God, I do. I love her. Okay, and she's on my list of protected ones. Okay, just FYI. Even though she don't need my protection, that lady got it going on. But I like her a lot. You know what I'm saying? The title of her newest video is probably a little controversial. I'm sure it was. And she was kind of talking about religion. Now, you know what I mean? And folk be serious as hell about that. Oh God. And I don't understand why. If you have faith in it, what are you getting upset about other people pointing out the obvious? Like if that's what you have ultimate faith in, that's just like for me. I have the ultimate faith in Shiva, aka Satan, aka Zeus, aka Lucifer. Well, not Lucifer, because people be like, they are not the same. AKA Lilith. Am I going to suddenly lose that faith or that understanding? It ain't even faith, it's just an understanding. Am I going to lose that understanding because of anybody else? No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to prove to people that, hey, this is not going to hurt you, right? It's not, they're not going to hurt you. That's just like the angels, the fallen angels. You're like, oh God. And they be running around here, I'm a demon slayer. Like, no, you're not. You go sit down somewhere. Yeah, you're. What are you, a ninja turtle or something? Or you? Oh God. Anyway, y'all know I love y'all. So, you know, and I don't believe in playing around with them either, man. I don't believe in, playing, cops and robbers and stuff with them because it ain't the same. Like it's just like, oh my. Somebody was asking me why is it that they have a statue of the Baphomet at the Vatican? Somebody asked me that. Now I didn't know that they had a statue of the devil at the Vatican. I didn't know that. Like I don't, I didn't even know that. I'm like, wow, this is something that I just found out today. I'm like, maybe I don't know, you know, but everybody has their different views. That's just like some people look at the left hand path or either Satan as, just this awful person that's responsible for every bad thing. When in reality, human beings and their depravity and confusion and desperation do bad things on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't take no primordial God or whatever. It doesn't take that for people to be confused and do mad and do bad things. But it's some people that believe that. But then some people believe that when you practice Satanism, it gives you freedom. You know what I'm saying? For example, in the Bible, it says that everybody that isn't a white sheet of paper should be taken in as slaves. Now I personally don't know anybody that's ghostly, ghastly white like a piece of paper. I don't. Not even white folks. White folks are not pale and pasty. They may be pale, but they're not necessarily white as a sheet. That's why I don't go by those views. Like there's nobody in this world that's black. If that person was black, you wouldn't even be able to see them except for their eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? So it like that's why I kind of that I don't hide from the world, but I just don't agree. You know what I'm saying? I just it's like, why do they still label us as white and black? Like where, like what is that? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but it just it says it. So as a person with I got dark over this summer, y'all. I did. I noticed that I got darker. I got a nice tan over the summer, which did me some good. It did. It really did me some good. Because normally, when I don't get that much sun, my skin will be pinkish. It's brown, which I'm good with that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? It looked like I done been somewhere and got a tan. And that's because I basically did. I was outside more over the summer. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it says it that, that people that are my skin tone are cursed. So then why would I do that? Why, so it's not a bad thing to wear You know what I'm saying? To where I look at all that other stuff, it kind of like, to me, it just don't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that situation. You know what I'm saying? But then again, people in this world, they want to force it upon you. They like, no, you're a nigger slave. Like, oh, where am I at? Ooh, let me make sure that I'm grounded in my utopia. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh, no, no. I'm sorry. I can't deal with that. And when you come to social media, it's all kind of folk out here. All kind of folk that got their own little thoughts and things that they believe in, and they believe in those things. But somebody else's belief doesn't necessarily have to affect you. But a lot of people don't be, and if you feel like it's gonna affect you, you know what I'm saying? Get you some little herb and salt and stuff and just relax, you know what I'm saying? People be all bent out of shape and shit. Don't get bent out of shape. Yo, that's how you end up with a heart attack or a stroke. Don't stroke out, man. You know what I'm saying? When I be teaching my students and stuff, somebody say something to them, in particular, a lot of y'all children of the devil, somebody hold a crucifix up to you and you just be like, ah. Y'all just be like, ah, help, help me, it's killing me. Just relax. It's gonna be okay. Or some of y'all that are very religious, y'all are children of who is that, Yahweh, or what's the name of that? Somebody said Enil or something. If that's what just and but I will tell you the big difference is that typically the children of, I don't want to say the darkness. I don't know why they always say that it's the darkness, because actually it's the light. You know what I'm saying? Because Lucifer said he was the light bearer. It even says it in the Bible. It says it, but let's not go there. Um, and so, you know, is either side good or bad? No, I don't understand it. But anyway, that's just like if somebody come to you and come up to them and hold up an inverted cross, or worse, an inverted pentagram. And like, oh my God, what is happening to me? And it's like, chill out, man. These people are starting these wars and they want to be at war when in reality, Saturn rules this planet. It does. If we're going to look at any planet that has the most power and influence over planet Earth, it's going to be Saturn. It is. In fact, they predicted that in about the next in about the next million years, uh Earth is going to have rings like Saturn. And I believe we already do. You just can't see them. Just because something is not there for your eyes to see it, don't mean it ain't there. Okay? So, yeah. And then, Saturn is not a bad planet. I think that people always associate bad things with Saturn. And so there's a whole zodiac of people who are ruled by Saturn. And they go through more things, Shout out to my Cappies. I be trying to teach my Capricorns to disconnect from that consciousness, because I don't, you know what? I realize why I love the Cappies so much. Y'all know I got my little pet name for y'all too, Cappuccinos. I always have called y'all Cappuccinos. Um, and I wasn't born near about close to I mean, if I would have been born during Capricorn season, I'd have been about 5 months premature and probably wouldn't have survived. So, But I still have always liked the Capricorns though, for some reason. Yeah, cappuccinos. That's it. That's what I've always called y'all. Okay. And I swear, like every Capricorn that I've dealt with, like in my practice, they go through so much. And they avoid that planet. That is your ruling planet. That is the foundation. You need to learn how to connect. Okay. And people need to stop being so afraid. That's their problem, you know? So that, I don't even know where to end this discussion. I don't want to necessarily say that fear is the enemy, because I think that fear is a very, very useful thing. Because I think without fear completely, it would be a problem. But something like that, you need to really embrace what I'm talking about, you know? So, anyway, social media is a trip. Um, this is a break from social media vlog that I'm doing, because I'm not quite at that break yet, and it's no need for me to come on here. I do think that there's a lot of people though. Oh, grandma, those are my glasses, I think there's a lot of people that wouldn't. I believe that that's not true. No, it's not, Alberta. You are so wrong. That's your experience. Uh-uh. Saturn does not give us hell. Saturn is very, but I love Saturn. Oh my God. That's one of my favorite planets is Saturn. Why you feel like it's giving, why would Mercury give you hell? Mercury is beautiful. That's the planet of healing. We love Mercury. What's wrong with you, Alberta? What's going on? You going to tell me about that? Mm. Um, what was I gonna say? Um, I think that there's some people that are in social media that for some reason they have like these little delusions about me coming on here. You know what I'm saying? They do. I'm always talking to them. I'm always talking about them. I have some kind of connection to them. Then that's another thing. You are not always connected to people in social media, you know? Gives caps hell. You think so? I don't believe so. So you're a Capricorn, Alberta. No, you need to come see me, boo. You need to come see me. That's what you need to do. If you can. If they'll let you in. Otherwise, I gotta disagree with that. People are giving you hell. It's people. It's people. Okay. I even learned that long time ago. As a left-hand pather, I realized that the person is God. Like they are the God figure, and their energy is what is having the effect. Okay. So, but it's not, I'm going to tell you something. Saturn and Mercury, those are some of the best. I'm going to tell you something about Mercury. Mercury is so mysterious that is connected to time travel, and so is Saturn. It is very important. Um, Shout out to my students because they know what I'm talking about with as far as like even when it comes to certain things that we do in magic. Saturn is connected to that, so is Mercury. In particular, when it comes to returning to senders and stuff like that, without Saturn and Mercury, we would not have that. And that would be a problem. That would be a problem. I don't believe Mother Earth gonna let that happen. You know, there's some people say that Earth is hell. I don't agree. Okay. But it depends on what Earth you create around yourself. Okay. But where am I gonna go with this so I can wrap this up? Yeah, like okay, I was telling one of my clients, I was like, she was telling me about some woman that hugged her and she didn't know her. And you're not supposed to let people that you don't know hug you. Mm-hmm. She had put that woman had put all kind of stuff on my client. I said, mm-mm. I said, you know what you do next time somebody come towards you to hug you and they don't know you and you don't know them? Say, oh shoot, I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold your stomach like, ooh, I gotta go to the ladies' room and excuse yourself. Don't ever let nobody touch you like that. Like it ain't, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, because when you hug somebody, you are like they can do a lot, even in that, Yeah, you don't do that. Yeah, you don't do that. With strangers, mm-mm, mm-mm. I know there are circumstances where that may happen, but I'd be very, very careful with that. That body on body contact, mm-mm. I said next time somebody do that to you, and like, so if somebody bring up religion to you and you don't want to discuss it, then just say, hey, I don't want to. You have to say straight up and down. I don't want to talk about this. Or some people will say, well, I'm more spiritual than religious, and then religious people, their sensors start going off like, oh really, and then they want to talk some more. Well, why is it necessary though to even, you know, discuss that? You know what I'm saying? Like all it's doing is causing problems to do that. It's no need to really discuss that. As long as I'm enjoying your company and you're enjoying my company, what difference does it make? You know what I'm saying? But some people they nosy like that. They want to know, and because they feel that it's going to affect them. But in reality, if your belief is effective in your life, then how can someone else affect you? Really? Right? Okay. So that's one of the biggest questions that we're all pondering these days. And I think that it's in most people's consciousness, which keeps war going. And for me, I want that particular stuff out of my consciousness because, and then the way that I was raised to not just go out there and discuss my spiritual beliefs with people. I was not raised that way to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was taught from a very young age to not do that. Like, seriously, because those situations can hurt you, right? And why be hurt? You're not going to change that person's opinion and they're not going to change yours. So what's the point? What's the point? You're never going to change. It's never going to be a happy medium. It's never going to be a resolution for that. So if there's no resolution for that, then what's the point? Especially if it's some stranger out in social media. People get ideas in their heads and their codependencies that, for example, if as a witch I needed for every religious person to just look crazy and like they out of their mind, I don't need that. I don't need for any religious person to look crazy and out of their mind. I don't need that. That's not, why would I, what's the point? Why would I need somebody else to look a certain way for me to do anything? You know what I'm saying? Now, with what I was talking about earlier, is the same thing. It's the same thing that I was talking about earlier. So, I don't know. And see, this is one of the reasons why I need this break from social media, because those energies have been so toxic to the point where, like, I felt like my nervous system was being messed with a lot, which does come from the Sahasrara. And so today we are going to be healing the crown today, big time. Okay. And it's already started basically, but I just got to put everything together. And I'm actually doing help, getting help with that from Santa Muerta. People think, and that's another thing, people have limited beliefs. That's why I said be careful about the information that you get. I always seek more information, higher information, because when it comes to Santa Muerta, she's not just about like death. In fact, that's one of the least of things that she does. Like, she's about so much more, including healing. Like, people don't know that Santa Muerta is a powerful healer. A lot of people don't know that. They just think of her as a killer. And she's not, you know. So, I mean, mm, it's weird. It's very, very strange, what it is that we deal with, especially out in social media. And I just can't wait because it's too cantankerous, you know. By the way, I'm going to be getting this channel together, because I can't really go and just start a brand new channel that nobody's going to know about, because the information is always going to get leaked, because somehow I'm some kind of important person. It's like I want it my way, and I'm going to have it my way because I'm an important person, but then again, I'm not like that. I'm not. Please don't look at me as I'm some kind of important person, cuz I'm not. But then again, I am. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? All that is weird. Like, I don't like that energy. So, the break from social media is going to be, I think it's going to be difficult at first. I think it's going to be a few people that are going to have a hard time adjusting, especially people that are just looking for for my energy. I said it right. Looking for my attention. Looking for it, literally looking for it, literally begging for it, literally. It's like, it's very bizarre. It is. And uh I think that it's based on that whole concept of raising up energy, and then also psychic vampirism. Oh God. uh, I'm gonna tell you something. Doing a full ritual is much more interesting, and it takes less time. It does. It takes less time. Anyway, um so you don't have to discuss that with people, and people can't force you to do it. I don't know why people try to make it seem like, you're forced to bow to them, and that's just even weirder, because it's kind of like, oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. And then the competition, the Christians versus the Wiccans and the pagans. It's like, please just stop. I can't wait to get my break from social media. It's not here yet. It should have been here Friday. They want me in social media for some reason. They just want me in social media arguing with somebody. What the fucking hell? And is it YouTube? I don't know. It's weird. Look at that. What? And I'll say, well, what's your authority? Oh, I'm God. No, you're not. I'm God. No, you're not. No, you're not. I can promise you that. No, you're not. So I can't wait until like a little bit later, like when we do our healing for our Sahas Rah-Rahs, you're going to be surprised, y'all. Like I said, the group has a video coming up. You're going to be, it's so important to clear your headspace of people. It is so important. To the point where because it's a bunch of drama for nothing. It's a bunch of time wasted for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's basically what it is. It's a bunch of crap for nothing. And I found that that's what you find sometimes in social media, besides the people that you like. But otherwise, people that just, it doesn't make any sense. And it's not for me that people put bad memories in me to where I feel like they could hurt me. But it's just the point, coming to social media for me meant having my children threatened. It just really showed me the depravity of the world, how confused people are. Yeah, that's a very unpleasant thought. But can you really hurt my children? No, you can't. And that's sick. Like, what world do people live in to where they're threatening people's children? Because I know that every mama has the right, if you threaten their children, they got the right to kill your ass. If you're a director, like you just come up to somebody just threatening their kids, it's like, whoa, wow. Yeah, even the threat of that, yeah, people deserve to forget about that. Nobody, like no mother in this world, like for example, when they did the smear campaign against me, and they was sick enough to call and file a false defects report, and they described a sexual act with a child. This was back when I lived on Charter Way. So it was totally made up, but it was the most disgusting thing. And this was when DFACS first started investigating them, um, for doing that. And it was just, no mother should have to hear that, especially if we're not into that shit. We shouldn't have to hear that shit. Like nobody should have to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so bizarre. Like, shouldn't have even been a discussion, especially when it's something that you don't, it's not even a part of your consciousness. Like, you never even thought about some shit like that before. And it's like, oh my God, I need to take some soap and water and scrub my skull. I'm going to take some soap and water and scrub my skull off now. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me while I go throw up, please. Excuse me. Mm-mm. Awful. So, I'm going to tell you straight up and down that these people on here threatening kids, man, they ain't got shit coming to them. Nothing good. I just think that's horrible, awful. A lot of them over on this channel, child predators. I got a lot of child predators watching my channel. A lot of them watching it, like more than what I would like. And they came over here because I took a stance against them, and they've been stalking me ever since. But I've never had a belief that you could ever do anything to harm my children, and I never will. But I think it's still disgusting for any why. Like, so I have a passion about that. Like, my peeps will contact me about their babies and stuff, and I'll just be like, oh my God. Oh, but some of us are the mothers, and some of us are just some, not some of us, but some people are mothers, some people are nurturing, some people are the people that we want people. I know I want more people like me around, but then some of these people are just disgusting, in my opinion. You know, so that's why, and that's another thing you shouldn't discuss in social media. Like, I know people that do bring their children to social media. I don't recommend that. It's some crazy, delusional, self-absorbed, narcissistic people in social media. It's awful. If I could go back and change it, I would have never brought my children to social media. Ever. That's the truth. You know what I mean? But what's done is done, you know? What's normal to other people ain't normal to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, your boundaries, but there's some people, they don't have no boundaries because they didn't have them growing up. So they don't give a shit about nothing. Maybe their mother didn't teach them that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she didn't teach them that. I don't know. So it's so many different types of people in social media. And, I don't know where these dark webbers came from. By the way, guys, my information has been put on the dark web for like probably the past several years. And I really like to know who and what this damn dark web is. Um, Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, I just ate. I've seriously sat back and pondered, what is that, and why can't our government do something about it? Those are the real hard hitting things that I'd like for our government to address. And being that they didn't discuss any of that stuff during the election is why I didn't cast my vote. I'm like, can we please talk about this whole thing with people on the internet having access to people that shouldn't? Like, should people from another realm or wherever the hell these people are, shouldn't we split the internet up? Like, why is it, what the hell is up with these people from this so-called dark web? What the fuck? Why do they have access to people that they shouldn't? Because some of these folk, I look at them and some of the stuff that they say, and I'll be thinking, I would never in my life ever even known a person like that. God, I would never even know a person like that existed. In fact, that person doesn't exist to me. That's disgusting. You don't exist to me. Because what the hell? The only thing that exists to me is what is familiar to me. An unfamiliar thing like that, like let's talk about that sector and how they talk about kids. Ew, 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 ew. No, 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 no. And they be thinking they badass roasting kids. No, 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 no. We are of a wholesome value. We don't like, what in the world is that? What in the hell? Oh, I mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And they be serious as hell. They be like, this is our version of hell. And I'm like, wow, my version of hell. I'm gonna tell y'all what place the devil created for me and mine. First of all, it ain't hot. It's the perfect temperature. Our flesh is not burning, and there's these beautiful crystalline blue flames just everywhere, and peace and tranquility. But these people, they be like, this is welcome to hell. And it's like, wow, you must have done something bad, huh? Because you know what I'm saying? Because that's just weird to me. That I just be like, wow. So I noticed that they were because I pay attention to what they doing, which I think all of them are confused people. I really do. But I noticed that they're highly anticipating um, the purge, the purge and stuff like that. And that's just one example. But I just be like, when I think about the purge, I think about something that's gone and ain't never coming back. But they keep purging over and over again. So is that like vomiting and drinking your own vomit and then vomiting it out again? Is that what that is? Oh goodness gracious, y'all! I can't with it. I just, So anyway, when I'm gone on break or whatever, I'm gonna rebuild this channel with more viewers that are like minded to me because I'm not like, yeah, no, no. It's weird. It's very strange to me. I don't even care about it, you know? Oh yeah, and Diane's Kitchen, she put up another video. Um, yeah, I enjoy social media, but I don't but all that mess and it, oh my God. Oh God, no. Come and be a part of our Hunger Games. No. We're gonna force you. No, you're not. Oh yeah, we're not. Yeah, you're not. You're not. Yeah, no. Okay. So anyway, there's a couple of videos that I got saved in my playlist where I want to explore these underground statues. Underwater, not underground, underwater statues. This is a video that I want to watch about that. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go. I'm gonna kind of look at that video because I like looking at things that are relaxing and interesting to me at the same time, intriguing. Not anything that's gonna dumb me down. You know, I like having friends that are like minded with the same interests as me. I do. It's nice. It really is. But I'll catch y'all later. Okay? Y'all have a good evening. Bye.